everyone, and welcome to my channel. Cue awkward intro. I'm sure I'll figure out a better one. So today I'm going to be doing a new series of mine that's going to be called One Palette, Three Looks, or Three Looks, One Palette, haven't decided. And I'm starting with the very first palette I ever bought, which is my Naked palette, which is absolutely well loved. As you can see, I've hit pan on two colors. Highly recommend this, but what I hate is when new palettes come out and everyone on YouTube does one look, and then you're like, okay, what else can I do with it? Does it do more? Just a smoky eye? Okay, everyone, let's just do a smoky eye. So I'm gonna be doing a daytime look, a day to nighttime look like this one that I'm wearing now, and then I'm gonna do the smoky, sexy for me, I consider myself more goofy than sexy, eye look as well. I plan on doing probably one a week, and then I'm hoping to get 2 videos at a week. In the opposite video, I either talk about one item like I did with my beauty blender, which is, oh, it's underneath my feet. Like I did in my last video, please check that out. So let me know what you think. If this is something that you like, something you want to see more looks done in a row with the palette. And then at the end I might do a roundup of the 3 Naked palettes, telling you which one I like the best, which if I think they're worth your money. Spoiler, yes. So that's what I plan on doing. So if you want to see how I achieve this look here, then please keep watching. And yeah, awkward ending to go with my awkward beginning. Perfect. Keep watching. Thanks. Okay, so like I hopefully said in my intro, we're doing the One Palette, 3 Looks with my beloved Naked palette, which I've clearly loved because I've hit pan on 2 colors and sidecar is basically gone. I loved that color. I wear that color daily all over my lids with sin up underneath my brow bone and just a little bit of eyeliner. And then I found out that you cannot replace this color. You cannot buy it on its own, damn you, Urban Decay. So I'm getting ready to go hang out with some friends, and then I might go listen to a band later. I've already done my face and my eyebrows, and what I used on my face today was I used my True Match in N2, which is the second lightest neutral color. I used my mineralized skin finish. I used my Bye Bye Under Eyes underneath my eyes, along with the Bye Bye corrector. And I used my IT Cosmetics translucent powder. And then I also, my brows are dip brow in medium brown. And then I already primed my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. And then I have some Vaseline on my lips because we are going to use my new Stila Patina All Day Liquid Lipstick. Not so sure I like liquid lipsticks yet. And I used my beauty blender for the second time. And just an update, started to like it more. I still think a brush is a better investment, but feeling kind of flawless. So we are going to do, so with this One Palette, 3 Looks, sorry, I had a mouth stroke there. I'm going to be doing a day to night. You could get away if you work at a more trendy, fancier office, and then I'm gonna do a straight up smoky, maybe sexy eye look. So today we're gonna be doing the medium look. So I'm gonna be starting with the color Toasted, and this color is amazing. It's probably the standout color for me in the palette. It's like a rosy, rusty, bronzy color. And I love it. And I'm going to use this shader brush, and I'm just simply going to pack it everywhere. Lots of it. It's going all over the lid, and it's going in a kind of circle shape up into my brow bone. Like that. On both eyes, because, you know, we want to match. This is the humming noise I make whenever I'm doing anything. Taking blood from patients, eye makeup, I go, it's odd. I should stop that. So all over, how gorgeous. is that color, especially if you have blue or green eyes, it's gonna make it pop. Right now I look a little bit like a panda, but I swear to you, it will come together better than that. I'm gonna use my MAC 217, which I got nail polish on one day, and then I had to get the nail polish off, and it was just a hot mess. And I'm gonna use Buck, which is really the transition color in the palette. Probably when I do all three looks, you'll see a little bit of Buck, and I'm just gonna blend that over top into the brow bone, just to make it a little bit softer, seamlesser, all the adjectives that we use when doing makeup. Oh, and I thought I had all, oh, I did get it out. Tried to get all my brushes out so you don't hear a lot of that the whole video. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Toasted color again on a skinny pencil brush. This is a Sephora Smoky Eye number 24. I think this is their old brushes. I haven't seen a silver brush there in a long time, but it's a tiny little pencil brush. It works great. Why replace it just because Sephora got new numbers? And this is going all underneath the entire lash line. And so I don't stab my eye out, I'm gonna use this little mirror here. You guys are gonna get a sad angle. And I do have a heck of a lot of fallout, but I put a powder underneath my, or over top of my concealer. So still looking a little panda, but that's okay. Again, all the way under. And then I'm just gonna take this shader brush that I used originally and just kind of blend that out a bit. Just so it looks a little bit smokier. So all the way around. And then just using my kind of dirty MAC 217 brush, I am going to take what little bit left of sin there is. So sad. Regenerate eyeshadow. And this is just going up underneath the brow bone as a highlight. Oh, wrong shade. Just wasted a little bit of sidecar. Okay, back into my sin. In there. And then I'm gonna take Virgin just on my pinky fingers and stamp that in the middle of my, around my tear ducty area. This area. Okay, now I'm gonna take this angle brush by Sephora, whose number has worn off, because I use my brushes. I love my brushes. It's an angled brush like that. It's an angled eyeliner. Before I got my MAC eyebrow brush, I was using this for eyebrows, and that was not its job it was meant to have. And I have a sip of Coke. Yum. So I'm gonna take one of the darker browns. I think I'm gonna take Hustle because it's still in that kind of rosier color. And I'll load up my angle brush. And I'm gonna be putting this right in my lower lash line, super, super close to the eye. Can you still see what I'm doing? Should I zoom you in a little bit while I do this? Okay. Okay, there we go. Focus, there you go. Can you see me? Up higher. So this is literally just going underneath. Here, we'll get some more Hustle on there. Let's hustle. No, that song's stuck in my head. I won't subject you to my singing. My husband always says I sound like a cat getting stepped on while it's dying. And we're just gonna bring that kind of up there. We are gonna put some liquid eyeliner on, which I do realize I did forget to get out, so you will hear some rustling. Damn it. And we're gonna just smoke that into the upper third of the lash line there. Just like that. I like it. And now we're going back into Hustle. Let's just remind you what that color is, because I feel like you may have forgotten. And we're going to do this other side. Can you see this eyeball? Yep. And again, really, really, really close to the lash line. And we're going to follow the angle of the eye and then smoke out that top corner. Perfect. And now just to give it some depth, we're gonna take our MAC 217 again, which again is this, just the best brush. Just get a MAC 217. Plan on doing a video about it and how wonderful it is. And I'm just gonna dip into Hustle just a tiny bit, and we're just gonna smoke out that outer corner. And you can see all this fallout, that should wipe right off with a brush. Don't wipe with your fingers, then you get smeared. And we're just gonna smoke out. So there is that. And we're just smoking it out such a tiny little bit. And then I'm gonna take my MAC 224 again, which I think I called 240 earlier, which is the number I feel like in my heart it should have. It doesn't. This eye is watering. Listen, I behave. Stop watering. You're gonna make liquid liner really, really hard. And then I'm gonna take that smudgy or shader brush that I love from the Body Shop, which I have no idea what it's called, but I love it. And I'm just gonna smoke out this bottom lash line again. Hopefully I stayed in camera because I forgot to check. And then that's the eyeshadow done. Once I get the eyeliner and mascara on, it will make a little bit more sense. But we're gonna take this e.l.f. concealer brush, which since Target is closing, I was like, oh no, where am I gonna buy my e.l.f.? But see, look at that white boy. It can't make my dark circles that I'm genetically awfully prone to go away, but it can make the fallout go away. But I saw e.l.f. products at Great Canadian Superstore the other day, so I was super pumped about that because I love e.l.f. and I really liked Target. I feel like they did fail a little bit, but I liked it. Okay, now for eyeliner, we are going to use the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trouper, because this is the one I own. It's the one you'll see me using. And my blush thing has a much bigger mirror on it, so I'm switching. So I'm just gonna do like the tiniest little wing with this look. And yeah, I'm gonna attempt to stay in camera. It's really hard to talk while you do liquid liner. So my Naked, oh yeah, I can talk. My Naked 2 palette was a bit of an adventure to get when it came out. So we had not had Sephora in where I live for very long. And so we weren't quite there getting all the new stuff. And my lovely friend Erica was like, you love makeup, you wear so much MAC, you need to try these other browns. And the first time I went to Sephora, I was like, holy hell, this place is intimidating. It has so much stuff. And I walked right on out. I also may have looked at the price tag of a $31 lipstick and was like, hell to the no, I am not buying that. That is ridiculous. I own $30 lipsticks now, but that's besides the point. So we decided that we called ahead to we worked till 3, and we called ahead to Toronto and drove there. Toronto is about 2 to 2.5, depending on traffic, hours away from where I live. And we drove there. We ate Taco Bell on the way. We got lost in Toronto. We ended up going on to, I believe, the Sephora on either Yonge or Queen Street. It has a lot of fancy stores, like Chanel is across the road and Louis Vuitton and places I can't afford. And so we went in there. We bought our Naked palettes. We were so excited. I was like, look at all these browns. I can do so much with all this. I'm so excited. I'm so elite. And I was so excited. It was my very first ever palette. I'd always been buying other than like a quad from MAC, but I'd always been buying the individual eyeshadows or drugstore makeup. Did not know that this would start my love of eyeshadow palettes. I think they're the greatest thing ever to get 12 eyeshadows for $60 Canadian. If you're American, you watch this, you're like, $60? Our dollar sucks. And then I decided, you know what, maybe Sephora is not so intimidating. I should go look into ours. So the next day, oh, watery eye. I went into the Sephora in London. No, we had called the one in London. And the next day, what did they have? Naked palettes. That's right. They had gotten them in their morning shipment. So me and my friend drove 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. I believe we had about 40 minutes at the store before it closed by the time we got there. So, we had to stop and get food. I believe we ate Taco Bell. And we could have just waited until the next day. But they gave us no hint when we called the London store that they were going to be getting it. So that is my Naked palette story. What I do, the 3 looks with my Naked 2 and my Naked 3 palettes, they all have stories as well. When they come out with Naked 4, I can't wait because it will be an adventure. Okay, so there's my eyeliner done, and I totally meant to do the rest of my powder makeup before I did that. Oh, wrong way. We're zooming out. All right, so I haven't put on mascara yet, but I'm going to do my contour and my highlight and my blush before I do my mascara. And I lost a brush already. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my Anastasia contour kit, and I like to mix these 2 colors, Fawn, and I don't actually know this color's name, and I'm reading the back and it's not saying anything. But I like to, and I'm just gonna use a little angled brush that came in like one of those Christmas sets at Max sell. And I'm just filling in the hollows of my cheeks and running it up along there, making my gigantic forehead look smaller. And then bringing whatever is left along my jaw. This brush works really well, but it's not very soft. I was using an angle brush by e.l.f., but I think because the bristles are so synthetic, like they're basically made out of plastic, I'm pretty sure, it wasn't picking up very much product, or it wasn't really depositing very much on my face. I don't know. I didn't love it. So I thought I would try this today, and I'm liking it. So there's that. Contoured, trying to make my face look a little bit less crooked since I'm super crooked, which is a story for another time. And then I'm gonna pinch this and use just the fawn color, which is the lightest color in the palette, and go along the side of my nose and the very tip of my nose and the other side of my nose, because you know, we're trying to make a symmetrical face here. And getting what's left down onto the neck. And then I'm going to use, this is by Luxie, and it's a 504 large angle brush. It came in my Ipsy bag. Great Ipsy. And I'm going to use, I keep trying to love this banana powder, but I feel like it emphasizes my dark circles more. But it's one of those, like, let's see what you guys think. Or it doesn't make a difference at all. It doesn't really highlight on me because I'm so pale, I almost need like a white highlighter. And I forgot to grab my bronzer. So again, more noise, I'm sorry. And so I'm gonna bronze. I'm using this Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is the lightest bronzer I can find. And this one is in Sundance. And I'm using my IT Cosmetics Double Airbrush Ball Powder. And it's not very dense. It's really fluffy. I call this one my baby kittens brush because that's what it feels like. And we're just gonna warm up the tops of our cheekbones and our forehead. But I love how light this bronzer is because it doesn't make me look muddy. And because my eye watered, got some weird stuff happening there in the corner that I'm gonna have to fix. Okay, and then I'm knocking things down. For blush, I'm gonna use my Sephora Pro Angled Brush number 49. This is new, I love him. And I'm gonna use my Tarte Amazonian Clay Christmas kit from a year ago, and look how much is left in these. Next Christmas, when one of these comes out, and I'm gonna use this darker shade here. It is called something, I don't know, but it's like a darker rosier shade. Literally, you need like nothing. And look at that pigment. Like I'm gonna have to blend that out so I don't look like I gave myself a strip of blush. Ugh, this brush is so soft and great. And so new feeling. And then I like to take Baby Kitten's brush and kind of go over it and make sure that all my cheek stuff is blended really good. Yep, loving that. And then for a highlighter, I am still trying to, a sparkly highlighter, I know I used the banana stuff, work through my Faced Candlelight Glow. Look, I've hit pan. This shit is lasting forever. I'm so bored of it, but I cannot bring myself, just on the tops of my cheekbones. And again, with my Lexi brush, I just can't bring myself to buy a new one. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera to put on my mascara, but I am gonna use my little sample of this Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte. Love this stuff just by the sample. Can't wait to buy the full size. I will be right back. Okay, so I decided to also do my hair while I was doing my mascara off camera. Don't worry, these curls will start to loosen up and they won't look quite so Annie-esque. It's hard to know when you don't know if you're gonna actually go out after you hang out with your friends or if you're gonna come back to bed and sleep. So I'm gonna be doing my lips. It's the last thing I have to do for this look, and I'm gonna be using the Milani lip liner in Nude and then the Stila Stay All Day lipstick in Patina. Again, like I said, I'm not quite sold on these all day lipsticks when you have lips that aren't 19. I got lines and wrinkles. So, oh, I need to sharpen that well. Just lining. I don't like to overline. Oh, I think this lipstick's gonna look terrible. You should see the dry skin I have on my lips. We'll see if this is actually what I wear out, but this is what I had planned and out on my counter. The only thing I don't like about these is, look, I don't think it has one of those doohickeys that really scrapes off the excess lipstick. Yeah, like that's so much. So then I end up scraping most of it off onto the side and just picking up what I need. It's like a pretty rose color, but it dries a lot browner. Oh, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's pretty. About talking while eyeliner is hard, talking while liquid lipsticking, way harder. Okay, so there's that on there. I might do a whole video on the liquid lipsticks I own because I just haven't decided if it's my thing or not, but it does look pretty. Okay, so that's the final look. I would love for you guys to leave comments below and let me know what you think about this particular look, or doing the 3 looks, 1 palette, or 1 palette, 3 looks. We'll see which looks better in type. If you could please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, that would be wonderful and helpful, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, whether you're just starting or just finishing. Thanks so much. Bye.